Have you ever wondered what a superhero does on a slow night? When the city is quiet, the villains are asleep, and there are no towering monsters to fight or cosmic threats to avert. Tonight, we're going to find out. The city was slick with rain, its lights blurring into long, shimmering streaks on the wet asphalt. High above, swinging through the canyons of steel and glass, was our friendly neighborhood. He moved with a familiar, acrobatic grace, his senses tingling, scanning the streets below for any sign of trouble. But tonight, there was nothing. No sirens wailed in the distance. No shadowy figures lurked in the alleys. Just the steady rhythm of the rain and the hum of the city at rest. It was almost peaceful. For a moment, Spider-Man perched on a gargoyle, the rain plastering his suit to his skin. Was this it? A night off? A night off. He was about to swing home, maybe catch up on some sleep, when a small, almost imperceptible sound caught his ear. It wasn't a scream for help or the crash of an explosion. It was the sound of a child crying. He followed the sound, his lenses zooming in on a lone figure huddled on a sidewalk bench. It was a little boy, no older than 6, his small shoulders shaking with sobs. His parents were nearby, trying to console him, but he was inconsolable, pointing a tiny finger upwards. Spider-Man followed his gaze. There, tangled in the metal arm of a streetlight, just out of reach, was a bright red balloon, bobbing gently in the wind. It must have slipped from the boy's grasp and floated up, a tiny beacon of childhood sorrow. To anyone else, it was just a balloon, a trivial thing. But to that little boy, in that moment, it was his whole world. Without a second thought, Spider-Man leaped. He didn't need a webline for this. With the agility that made him famous, he scaled the lamppost in a heartbeat. He carefully untangled the string, making sure not to pop the delicate prize. He held it for a second, a simple red balloon against the vast, rainy night sky. He then gracefully dropped back down to the sidewalk, landing silently in front of the boy. The child's crying stopped instantly, his eyes wide with a mixture of shock and utter awe. He wasn't just looking at a man in a costume, he was looking at his hero. Spider-Man knelt down, his masked lenses somehow conveying a warm and gentle smile. He held out the balloon. The boy hesitated for a second, then reached out with a trembling hand and took the string. His face, still wet with tears, broke into a smile so wide and so bright it seemed to outshine every light in the city. He hugged the balloon tightly, then looked up at Spider-Man and whispered a tiny, heartfelt, "Thank you." Spider-Man simply placed a hand on the boy's shoulder and whispered back, his voice just loud enough for the child to hear, "Not every hero wears a cape. Sometimes, they just return balloons." He gave a quick, reassuring nod to the boy's grateful parents, and then, with a single fluid motion, shot a web and swung off into the night, disappearing back into the rain-soaked city. The boy watched him go, clutching his red balloon, his small heartbreak mended by an extraordinary act of ordinary kindness. You see, that's the real secret of being a hero. It's not always about stopping runaway trains or facing down alien armies. It's not about the size of the battle, but the size of your heart. Heroism is found in the small moments. It's in the choice to help when you don't have to notice the quiet tears as much as the loud explosions. It's about understanding that sometimes the biggest rescue mission in the world is returning a lost balloon. So, the next time you have a chance to do something kind, no matter how small it seems, remember this story. A kind word, a helping hand, a moment of compassion. These are the things that truly make the world a better place. You don't need superpowers to be a hero. You just need to care. Thank you so much for watching. If this story touched your heart, Please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more stories that remind us of the hero in all of us. Until next time, be kind to each other.